Che?
Come get it! Come get it! I got your help!
I got your help! Watch him out!
Hey, yo, right here!
Just get started! Knock it down!
Hey, who's got here? Crash aboard! Crash aboard!
Oh, that's all about it!
Hey, yo! Right here! Screen, screen, screen!
Way to finish that!
All day! Pop it! Yo, y'all, shut up! Hey, got it, that's the one that's going down, man!
Come around! Yo!
Oh, man!
Hey, don't let him shoot that! What's the big? Hey, yo, right here!
Shut up!
Take that! Hey, come to me, come to me!
I'll take it!
Yo! Right here!
Hey, good boy, good boy! Keep firing, Che! Hey! Shot! Boy! Hey! Hit! Who's pushing here? Hey! Hey, same team! Shot!
Hey, who's watching him?
Hey! the foul. Hey, good
Hey,
rebound.
grab it. Hey, get ball, get ball.
Don't let him shoot that.
Come get it. Yeah, baby. Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Pull it, pull it.
Give me.
Hey, swing it.
Watch out.
That's the pick. Yeah, boy. I see, I see.
Oh, get some. Watch it!
Right here, right here.
Perfect! Get Shay!
Oh, you got it.
Other side.
That's on you.
Put it back! Thank you.
Hey, yo, right here, right here. Pull it. Take that.
Come get it. Hey, yo, right here. Yo, shut up.
Hey, come on, same team.
Keep firing, Che.
Stay there.
Knock it down.
Cover up.
Help. Come on, box him out.
Hey, balance it out. Shoot that, baby, come on.
Ball
Shut
up.
up. Hey, nice basket, Che.
Hey, who got him?
Good boy, good boy. Get the ball.
Come around.
Hey, yo, right here. Hey, yo,
Way to grab it.
Shut up. Power for him, baby.
Watch the roll.
Hey, come to me.
Help.
Yo,
Oh, that's you. Hit it.
Who's got ball? Right here.
Good bucket, Che.
Hey!
Give it. Shot. Good jag, Che.
That's all you.
Hey.
Shoot that. That's all you, Che.
Beast. No. Give me that.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
My man, I got next.
character to the game.
First thing I've noticed is you guys added a lot of animations. The dribbling system is quite different from last year's. The defense, the foot planning. The foot planning this year is off the charts, man. It's like when you reach, it's your fault. When you didn't read the defense right, it's your fault. Your opponent might score on you. So, yeah, it's more. It gets realistic every time, every year. So I'm so excited.
Look, it's a nice problem to have, but when you're in the middle of a winning streak this long, it's hard to find fault with the team's play. But that doesn't mean we're not going to try.
Stop hating, Hank.
All right, once again, Hornet, I'm not hating. I'm just practicing tough love. It's because...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And it's happening out at Fiserv Forum, where the Milwaukee Bucks will be going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, as good as they've been, they know this one won't be easy. Trying to steal a road win against a very capable team. And both teams are up for this one. Looking back, Kenny, Che refused to play his senior year of college. Now on a team that employs his former college coach, Ames. But it seems like they've put the past behind him.
Well, when you get to this level, you have to be a professional, Ernie. You just can't just be wickily-pickly.
Uh-huh, what?
What?
Yeah, that's a word I got from you.
Well, I don't know how to spell that.
Wickily-pickly?
What's that word you used to use?
I have no idea what wickily-pickly is.
Anyway,
Give me the word.
Anyway, Che and Ames are sharp guys.
Wickily?
No surprise they put this behind them. Can't get hung up on.
A look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after arriving at the arena. And now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Lakers, and not a surprise really to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And you know, for the Lakers, they had...
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're...
Guys, we may see Che.
David, once again, great stuff. Thank you. Greg, the glitz and glamour calling Che.
And we've seen a handful of players dabble in Hollywood with mixed success. You just hope it doesn't distract Che from his development process, which has been firing on all cylinders.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Howard. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3 slot. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. They get a hand on it. You've seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season.
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next half.
And some of that we know. It can happen with injuries to a star player and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times...
Like the Pacers with Oladipo.
Yeah.
They were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you. And you start to feel like, oh, well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games. No problem. Well, the league figures you out. And a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
And here is Lopez. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. 6 to shoot. A 3 from Matthews. The rebound by Caldwell-Pope.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those. Ooh, that's a great matchup for him just because of the size difference right there. He makes that mid-range shot at a very high percentage.
Here's Bledsoe trying to get open as Lopez. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Tough to match up with Eric Bledsoe. He's incredible at slicing up the D, especially using the bounce.
Lobbed up there for Howard. It's not going to go for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And, Brent, when you watch Eric Bledsoe go to the rim, you just have to admire what an incredible finisher he is.
Well, Bledsoe, I think, has always relied on the fact that his physical stature, not in terms of his height at 6'1", but his width and strength allows him to go in there and be a bit of a bulldog, to get contact and to make things happen. So never has shied away from that.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans will have a lot to celebrate.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. You take a look at the Bucks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they were projected to be one of, if not the best team in our league. And thus far, they have not disappointed.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
Shoots the 3. They get it back. Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, to look at the frame of AD when he came into the league as opposed to it is now, he's so much more tough and more physical and doesn't mind the contact.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 3. To the paint. He shoots again. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. And the dunk by Lopez.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
High post shot. Here's Howard. And he banks in the layup.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. It's a 3-point game, and this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Sort of representative of how they each finished the season. One a playoff team, the other on the outside looking in. I think things may play out the same way this year, too. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Passes to Antetokounmpo. Count it.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
To the inside, Davis battles through traffic and lays it in. Davis has got 8.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Now here's Bledsoe. A tremendous game he played against Dallas. And no good that time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
Lakers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Cousins is checked in. Bledsoe looking around. Shot clock at 6. From the wing. And that one goes long.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. There's the pass to Cousins. Lays it up and banks it in.
Cousins getting better and better at working the screen and roll situations, diving towards the basket after giving the hard screen.
Pass to Middleton. Dishes it to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Pass to Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. There's the dish to Caldwell Pope. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A different look for Milwaukee. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Green, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 40-point game against Dallas.
The other part of his game was the outstanding D. Shot blocking is a huge momentum shifter, and his 2 blocks really turned the game in their team's favor.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on LeBron James.
Yeah, I don't know how you deal with the length of Antetokounmpo.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was 3rd in points in the paint themselves and 1st in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves in the offensive flow.
Taking a look at the Lakers. You've got Caldwell Pope. LeBron James is out there with Howard. And it's Daniels in at the 2-guard position.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Bledsoe with it. He has 7. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on LeBron James. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had
Yes,
for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
The name of the game for the Bucks is defense. Very tough at the rim and challenging shooters. They have good length, obviously, out there on the wings, let alone Giannis all by himself. But defense, a big reason why last year they were able to collect 60 wins.
Lopez outside. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. It's good from long range. Bledsoe's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bucks.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
And Brent, with this Bucks defense, when they're locked in, they're tough.
Well, not only do they defend, they had the best effective field goal percentage against last year. They seal off the defensive possession with the rebound. They were a top rebounding team, second in blocks in the league. As a whole package, the Milwaukee Bucks present a unique problem. Good on defense and hard to match up with Giannis on the other side offensively.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
To the middle, here's Howard. Stolen by Bledsoe. Outside Matthews. Back to Bledsoe. Shoots from the line. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Lopez over to help. Lopez with the steal. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis.